Well, another week of working on my C-cab project. If you've been following along, last week we finished framing out the top of the roof and the back. It's going to need some more bracing, and it's probably in the sides, but I'll wait. I'm going to wait on that right now. I talked to Tom, my engine builder. He says it'll be about another week before he's ready to get the engine to go over it to see if we're going to rebuild it or not. So in the meantime, I figured I'd start on the firewall dashboard. So the first thing I did this morning, I cut this piece of steel you see right here. I've been grinding to fit it because you see here it's going to be on an angle to get a nice tight fit. Well, this will be the opening for the windshield. So now that I got the windshield opening dimension that I want, and I sit in it, it looks comfortable, I got a good view. I'm going to go ahead and start on the dash and I guess firewall combination. The other thing is trying to get it to look good, So what I decided to do was I put this bar the bottom of this bar is going to be even with the top of this. So the door is going to come across even with this here. So the door will come right, the top of the door will be right there. So that way it'll look good. I didn't want it too low because if I go too low, it looks like the windshield's down too far. And then the gauges on the dash here would be too low to be, to stretch your neck down to look at them. So in order to keep the gauges up where I could read them in here, in this height range, and the door to look good, I come up with this dimension. So I'm going to get the welder. We'll get it set up. I'll go ahead and get this tacked in, and we'll go from there. I started on the firewall combination dashboard, and I wanted to just show you what I did so far. I cut the upright up over on that side there. You see we got it tacked. This one here, I had to use this to hold it in position to get it straight. And then we'll get ready to tack that one in. And then what I'm going to do, or today's plan anyway, I'm going to cut another piece of tubing to go from here, inside here like this, over to that one. And then I'm going to cut two pieces short, 45 them, to go from, cut them to match this angle, and then to 45 it to match up here. We'll take it over to the grinder, clean it up, and see if it fits. I'm just going to check it quick, make sure. Because this you'll see from the front, looking at the windshield and the bottom of the cowling here, firewall, you'll see it if it's not the same. Well, what I'm going to do this morning is try to cut these pieces right here. We're going to go from here up to here to the bottom of the window. They're also going to be on a little bit of an angle because the door you see here tapers. Well, been busy this morning. I know I had some people asking about a dash in the firewall. Well, here it is. What we're going to do is I'm going to get a piece of sheet metal to come across here, and then there'll be sheet metal here, and it'll mount up against this right here, here, and all the way across here for the firewall. I'll have to cut it out for the bell housing, and then the dash is going to hang down from here. I'll box it in maybe 4 or 5 inches, whatever, just to get the gauges across here. And then I'm going to leave the bottom open where you'll see the firewall from the back side. Like I said, we got a ways to go. I mean, I got a million other things to do. I still need to find figure out where I'm going to put the steering box, if I want the column straight up or I want it on an angle. That was one of the reasons for doing the firewall. I was thinking about working on the steering box. Also got to figure out where I'm going to put the master cylinder, how I'm going to mount it. Fuel tank, the battery, I got to make a mount for. So we still got plenty of work to. Well, today's project is I'm going to put the floor in. Now the floor down here is going to be removable. It's going to have bolts in it. So I want to put the floor in and then sit in it and see how comfortable, get an idea where I want to put the steering wheel. I've been online looking at steering boxes. I haven't decided which way to go yet. I'm not sure if I want to tilt the steering column or put it kind of more straight up and down. I'll have to make that decision later. But either way, if I put the floor in, it'll give me a good idea with my feet, how much room I got, and I can roughly, where I want to put the steering wheel. So we picked up this sheet this morning from Wilkes Metals. I got to cut it, trim it up, and we'll get it in there. I wanted to show you the edge on this thing. I just cut it. Look at it. I mean, it's already cold. It's amazing. Look at the edge on it. You can see here how straight it is. That plasma cutter is amazing. Well, I've cut it, I've trimmed it up a couple times. I've been putting it in and out. But this time I went ahead and fully welded the posts on the inside and the back. That way when I bolt the floor down, I can make sure it's going to clear the welds. And I also had to cut out holes for the bolt, the head of the bolt for the body cab mounts. They're going to stick up almost even with the floor. So let me see if I can put it on there and we'll see what it looks like. I'm gonna look good over here. Everything looks good. I gotta cut a little bit more for the transmission. It's still hitting right here. And the motor in the transmission's mounted on rubber, so it'll move. So I definitely got to make sure I got enough clearance right here. But everything else over here, I cleared the welds, looks good. Here it looks good. Let me just take it off. I'll cut this out a little wider. Well, we got it in there. It took a while, probably half a day anyway. And you see here, I got it bolted down. It's pretty stiff. I thought maybe I would have to put another brace under the center, but it don't look like it. It's going to be stiff enough that it should be okay. I went ahead and marked, you see right here is the transmission mount for the cross mount on the rear of the transmission. And this here is the frame rail. You can see right here, run down through here. So I got to find a steering box. It's got to go on the inside of this frame rail right in here. And then I'll determine whether I'm going to slope it or go straight, and what size steering wheel I want to keep it away from the top here where the gauges are going to be in the dash right here. So it looks like we're back far enough behind the radius rod so you can see up there, I can make it to the arm. If I mount it here and it comes out and the arm is like on this side right here, we'd have plenty of room. And I'll still have enough room to get in with the steering wheel up this far. So let me keep looking at, like I said, I got a bunch of things. I got that, and we still got to figure out where we're going to put the battery. I got plenty of room back here under the frame for a gas tank, so I just got to find one that fits. Well, this morning, while I'm waiting on some other parts to come, I went and picked up that piece of pipe I had talked about earlier in the videos about putting across here. I got a piece of 2-inch thin wall tubing, you can see right here. And what I plan to do with that is we're going to put a radius right here to like that. I'll cut that out, and then this pipe will go right across and it'll be flush on the end, and this will be closed. And then when the top comes around, it'll be able to weld it into the top of this pipe. I think it'll give it a nice look across the front. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to get the plasma cutter set up. We'll see if we can cut out the 2 plugs to go in the pipe, and we'll go from there. Well, it took a little while, but I got it. The hardest part was cutting the radiuses in there and getting them the same distance from the windshield so that the front is parallel with the windshield, you know, so it don't look bad. but I got it and got it tacked. I didn't get to do as much on it this week as I wanted to. I got a lot of other projects around the house that I actually been working on, so I didn't have much free time to work on this week. But we're getting there. Well, I want to keep this one short. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Comments, suggestions, always welcome. I see we picked up a few subscribers last week. And again, thank you for watching.